Bitcoin not doing the bulls any favor in the market. Looks like it wants to roll over. You've got all the altcoins with bear flags or worse patterns around, but Bitcoin's got something maybe a little bit different in store. Welcome to Altcoin Buzz Trading. I'm Randy. Today we're going to be taking a look at ICP, whatever T is, Bit Tensor, and Dog with Hat. I always have to look at the name of that one. It always seems to make the list. Very volatile token. All right, let's take a look at the markets. Your best 5 minutes of the day. All right, so here we go. We got Bitcoin with maybe an inverted head and shoulders at play. I say maybe because nothing's for certain. Um, the halvening is done with, and usually we do a consolidation before we rally. So I don't want to get rid of that bias that that is still that the halvening didn't happen. That we're still gonna, that we're gonna not do that. That we're gonna have a bear market after halvening for the first time. It's possible. Everyone's looking for a rally now, so maybe there's no one left to buy. That is a possibility, but there's something else that could save this market. Could be small inverted head and shoulders. Here's the daily time frame on the right. We got a shoulder, a head, maybe another shoulder over here. That will put a neckline into place, which is right there, which I've already drawn, right at about where the 50-day moving average is. And so if we can come down here, put a lower volume high in, maybe find a bottoming candle, something to maybe make an entrance in on a right shoulder with a tight stop loss, that could be a good long entry. Okay. Now I say could be because the rest of the market has bear flags. Pretty much every coin has a bear flag on it at this moment. Bear flags continue to the downside. So it's really difficult to say the market's going to rally. But if one thing can pull the market up, it's Bitcoin. We all know that. So let's see what happens here. If this starts to undercut and doesn't make any low candles and starts to undercut, starts to take out my little trend line here, and then gets down towards these lows, all bets are off for the inverted head and shoulders. Markets can fail at any time. Markets can rally at any time. And so while the markets are going lower, I'm not the individual to call for them to go higher. I'm a trend trader, but this is a definitive chart pattern. The volume signature is correct and the pattern itself is correct, and it fits within the market halvening cycle of basing after the halvening before breaking out, scaring everyone to the downside. So we'll see what happens here, but just notice that today as this market trying to roll over here. All right, next up, let's take a look at our trade ICP we've been following. This has a head and shoulders pattern with the potential target all the way down here at the 555 level. Working pretty good right now, so the bears are loosely in control of this market, and ICP is more controlled by the bears than most tokens at this moment. So here's your head and shoulders pattern. There's your neckline. Your trade actually initiated way up here by the head, and we'll see if we continue. So far, so good. We're getting a little bit of support. Earlier today, you can see we were underneath of that level over here, but right now we're underneath it. So we'll see what happens here. There's your trade right there. Stop at 152, although now I would move it to break even. If the market does have a large reversal, I would much rather lose no money than lose the 10% for that particular trade. So we'll see how this one goes. If the market does reverse, this will probably reverse as well, or at least won't meet its target. Maybe it'll come in bounce off of this neckline here at the 10,747 level. All right, and the two top 50 coins of the day that were trending with the market direction is to the downside is BitTensor here, which is TUSD. Pretty sure I have the right chart. Number 48. Not a lot to see here in reality, but it's been in a good trend for the past 24 hours, which is why it makes the list. Could try to break down, but you're well off the highs from here, so it's already come down a dramatic amount, and you're coming up off of the lows here. So if you are interested in a short trade here, you're looking for that trend line to break essentially right now the 200 period moving average, but there's no trade here today for this one, but it is your downside leader. And the next one is Dog with Hat. So Dog with Hat, we did talk about this one with a head and shoulders pattern. Looks like we came up and tried to challenge the head, put in a topping candle here a couple days ago, and it's been downward ever since here. Let's move to this 2-hour chart on my left. Sellers are in full control. This is my volume aggregation tool. The orange is selling pressure, the green is buying pressure, and sellers in full control at this moment in time. It look like they are taking it lower. So we'll see which battle wins, whether the bears win or the bulls win for BTC, but it's going to be an interesting next couple of days for the markets, and I hope you join me here to watch them, at least for 5 minutes on Altcoin Buzz Trading.